If you're watching this, it means I'm either in solitary confinement in a dungeon somewhere with no access to the outside world, or I'm in a hospital bed because the hunger strike I started has gotten the better of me. Or I'm dead. I know now more than ever that freedom isn't free. It isn't cheap at all.
What started as a small group effort to get Mohamed released soon turned into a mechanism of influence on policy in DC.
If the seemingly impossible mission of getting me released was within reach, then we owed it to the 60,000 others that were still in prison to continue and build on that work.
We held testimonies in Congress and world capitals, and we continued to network and create relationships using our three-pronged approach to strategy: advocacy, public relations, and legal action.
We went to Harvard University and did case studies on institutionalizing the methods of influence that we had already built. And from that process, the Freedom Initiative was born.
The Freedom Initiative is bringing a lot of voices to the policy discussion about Egypt that have been absent up till now. They're also mobilizing the voices of Egyptians here in the United States.
It was not just bringing all these Egyptian Americans here, just bringing them to DC for a photo op. It was really teaching them the skills, giving them the talking points and the strategies on how to engage members of Congress or people that had never done this before.
We became as influential on Egypt policy as other organizations with triple our resources.
Even under the Trump administration, we saw our success in the form of U.S. military aid being cut and the release of political prisoners.
Our success had names, it had stories, and it had faces. Mohamed Soltan, Sanaa Saif, Rania Sheikh, Omar and Abdel Hamid Humam, Mahmoud Abdel Rahman, Aya Hijazi, Ahmed Hassan, Ibrahim Halawa, Ahmed Atewi, Walid Fatahi, Reem Dusui.
What motivates me is seeing the readjustment of someone's trajectory down the road. When they're enrolling in a new school program, when they're getting married or engaged, when they're resuming their life after it had been on pause. And that's literally why I wake up every single day saying, I have to do this. There's somebody else's life trajectory that depends on the work that we do. Our work drew many people in, and Jamal Khashoggi was one of those people. We didn't know when we met him that we would lose him so soon and in that brutal way that he was murdered. Jamal was a friend and a mentor. He organizationally helped us expand our portfolio into Saudi Arabia. He thought that the expertise that we had in getting people out of prison in Egypt could exactly be applied to Saudi Arabia as well. To honor Jamal's legacy after his brutal death, we heavily advocated for cases in Saudi Arabia.
These fruitful efforts inspire hope where once there was none. They ignite a sense of purpose and power.
Hope is the happy tears of the 13-year-old Mustafa when he realizes that he's going to get to hug his mom after a full year of imprisonment. Hope is getting a smuggled letter from my dad, who's still in prison, telling me how proud he is of me and the work that I'm doing.
Hope is no empty seats at the dinner table.
Be a part of our story.
The story of freedom,
dignity,
and justice.